What's going on, everybody? It's K Fitz from the Pinwheels and Ivy podcast and the Tainted Glove podcast here for your Monday, March 21st edition of the 108 Tournament Afternoon Lunch Ball. Let's get right to it. Wet Bandit and White Sox Ken. Got to go with Wet Bandit and the Photoshop gifts that he gives us. Sorry, Ken, going with the Bandit. Not to mention the fact that he keeps... never mind, I won't. But next up, we've got a really tough decision. Sam Mendelson and Roxy, two really great accounts. Roxy, I'm a huge fan, but I have to go with Sam on this. Sam and I have some family history together. Here, me being in Vegas, his uncle being someone here in Vegas that actually worked with my papa back in the day. So we're going with Sam. Sorry, it's just a family thing, you know. We keep it in the family, you know. Anyway, next up, Peyton over Wendell. I love you, Wendell, but Peyton is one of my dark horses to win the whole thing. She could very well win this tournament. So I am going with Peyton. Jordan Lazowski and hashtag White Sox. Why do we pick Jordan Lazowski? Because he gets on base. Anyway, next up, we go with Jordan Lazowski, though. Jordan Lazowski. Anyway, Crystal O'Keefe and P. Knowles. I didn't endorse you last time, Crystal, because there was a conflict, but now I get to endorse you today. So, Crystal, definitely taking Crystal on this one. Go get him. All right, go beat him. Got to vote for Crystal on this one. Next up, defending champion Summer of George in danger, down 4% at the time of this video to Gas Money Bob, who has like 17,000 followers, by the way. So he's actually keeping it close with a guy that has a lot of reach. But Summer of George, we need Four Loco, we need Samurai Sword. Be ashamed to see the defending champion take an early exit bow. I mean, not as early as Beef Loaf's bow, but pretty early still. One round after, so let's go. Vote Summer of George. Get those Austin votes in. I know Austinites like to vote in the afternoon. Go rally up the Austin votes. Next up, Southside Mando versus Matt Ramsey, two Star Wars dudes, but I gotta go with Mando. I told you last time I was gonna take you this time, so I am. This is the way. Vote Mando. Next up, we've got Husky Bardo and Jemmons, both great accounts, but Husky Bardo has the 3 Bs: boobs, beer, and bathtubs. So a little wax on the nipples and some Husky Bardo content coming on through. Next up, we've got Chirizi and Chris Tannehill, my two Sopranos guys. But I've got to vote for Chirizi. It's unacceptable that both members of that family get their ass knocked out of this tournament so early. So go with Chirizi, though I am Chris Tannehill's favorite Cub fan, so that's tough. Chris Komka, Shane Riordan. I would vote for Shane if he shaved his face completely clear. I feel like underneath that beard is a timid, young boy screaming for self-esteem and love. With that beard, it's a nice mask, but I want to see what Shane is like under the beard. I would like to see even a documentary called Under the Beard with Shane Riordan. But because of that, he didn't shave. I'm going with Chris Komka instead. Next up, Josh Nelson and Alyssa. I'm going to go with Josh Nelson. Josh, you're in trouble on this one, though. She's got you pretty good. She's got a great following. She's got a great account. And you do too, but this one's tough. But I'm going with Josh just because I've drank beer with Josh. So next up, My Sock Summer and Layla Rahimi. Oh, boy. I got to go with My Sock Summer on this one. The Beanie Baby Godfather. He's the guy with the AOL email still. Love the guy. Again, he's got a fantastic singing voice. It's the cross between Fergie, Jesus, and Ozzy Osbourne, if those three are not in the same as it is. But go with My Sock Summer. He looks great, by the way. Looks like he's been taking this 108 weight loss, and he's doing a great job with it. I just saw in his video today, his face, you can see it in his face, right? Because like they said, the camera adds a couple 100 pounds. He looked thin. He looked slim. So really good job on that, My Sock Summer, on a side note. Next up, we've got the tough decisions now. Willie P. and Sammy Davis 5K. Sammy Davis has dropped some pretty big bombshells today with some of his exclusive digging into the background of Willie P. Apparently P stands for something. It's real phallic, actually. So we're going to think about that. But in the end, Willie is the nicest dude on White Sox Twitter. Sorry, Sammy, I love you to death too, but I've hung out with Willie. We drank beers together. I hung out with you too, but we drank beers in San Diego and watched the Bears lose to the 49ers together down there in PB. So got to go with Willie on that. Tough one on this one, though, because I love both those dudes. Big fans of both, and they're obviously good friends, so that's rough. Next up, we've got Carrie over Sox Chick. Bad Guy Radio flexing all of its clout right now to try and get Sox Chick a win over Carrie, and he's still up like 4%. So obviously that poll isn't as great as one might think. So Bad Guy Radio, keep pushing though, who knows? I know the Tainted Glove Network supports Carrie though. So we're voting for Carrie over Sox Chick. I heard she's hilarious though. I look forward to maybe meeting her at the ball game one of these days. and hearing this hilarity that I hear so much. But she's a great account. It's been fun watching. It's been nice, and those two going back and forth has been really fun today. But I got to go with Carrie over that. I got to go with my guy Carrie, who again visited me here in Vegas, where his Bad Guy Radio comes to town. I don't even get a call. Next up, Sean Jankowski, another one of the nicest dudes on White Sox Twitter versus Shane Harmon. Got to go with Jank, man. I love Sean. Iowa. He's a great guy, great father, great husband. He's just one of those dudes that you can't not vote for because he's seriously a genuine human being. And speaking of genuine human beings, we've got Mailman Jack versus Aaron Fitzmagic. Great dudes, great accounts, love them both. But Mailman Jack's my guy. I got mushy last night even on one of my posts. I love Mailman Jack, I really do. Him, me, and Pete always are constantly, Aloha Pete, are also always constantly texting each other. And I just, again, the relationship I've loved to foster over the last couple years, and Mailman Jack really does click all the boxes as being a really great friend too. Aaron, you're awesome, dude. But I got to go with Mailman Jack and the finest Cavs on Twitter. Today was great. He did a double shot of espresso, and then he did a shot of Old Man Pills, which I'm glad he didn't use the blue one by accident, because then it's hard to deliver the mail when your flag is upright, right? Am I right? Am I right? Okay, anyway, so vote Mailman Jack on that one. But that's going to be today's picks. But I also want to throw this out there. Let's kick the dirt on the death of Bad Guy Radio for this tournament. Tomorrow, Kenwo versus Aloha Mr. Hand. Vote Aloha Mr. Hand tomorrow. I want to get this in the video today to remind you to vote. Kick the dirt on it. Let the dirt shower over them. Let's knock NWO, the bad guys, the White Sox Twitter out. And let's make the rest of this tournament about good guys. Because good guy is Pete, although I love Ken. Ken's awesome. He's a great follow. He's funny. He does play the heel, but he's a great dude on the side. But vote for Aloha. Like, seriously. Let's get rid of Ken. Let's just muzzle the mad dog, right? So vote Aloha. And of course, always vote Southside Zoe no matter what. That's my ride or die with my Pinwheels and Ivy podcast partner. Aloha is my Tainted Glove partner. But I hope those two don't face each other, because then I'm going to be really stuck in a conundrum. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Until then, thanks for tuning in. This is K Fizz from the Pinwheels and Ivy podcast and the Tainted Glove podcast for your afternoon 108 tournament. Afternoon lunch ball. Go eat some buffalo wings and rings and drink some Goose Island beer, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.